All right, so one of my first videos on TikTok was about my PCOS and my skin. I posted pictures that I never even posted on Instagram, just because was still a little, not embarrassed by it, but it's still, I just feel like when you put it on Instagram, it's like real for some reason, I don't know. So I never posted them on Instagram, but I put it on TikTok and it kind of like blew up, and I've had so many girls reach out to me about my PCOS and my skin troubles and what I do for it. So I thought I would just do this little IGTV, a little update on my skin and my journey. So it started 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I don't even remember now. I decided that I didn't want to take my birth control anymore after being on it for like 7 years. I got on it at like the age of 15 and I never had any complications with it. I just was going through this lifestyle change where I wanted to be more holistic. So I was just like, I don't need this pill in my body. And not even a month later, I had full-blown cystic acne all over my face. I don't want to say that I was acne free before this. I definitely had your hormonal flare-ups, but maybe 1 or 2 pimples, but that was it. Nothing like I experienced. And it was slowly, but not slowly getting worse. And for some reason, I thought going out to California would clear it up. So I went out to California for 2 weeks and it just got progressively worse. And I went out to a gynecologist out there in California, and she did the internal ultrasound and tested all my hormones, and it came back that I have PCOS. So PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and my side of it was I had the cyst on my ovaries and my testosterone levels were super, super high, which my birth control for those 7+ years I was taking it was leveling everything out or covering it all up. So as soon as I stopped taking it, my body was like, here are your true hormones, and this is what your body's truly like. So the doctor out in California was like, let's heal this naturally. And I was gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, everything free. And I was under so much stress, my skin was getting worse, that I actually lost a ton of weight and got to about 100 pounds, which for my height is just not healthy. And I'm already kind of lanky and long anyways. So it was just terrible. So I came home and went to my gynecologist here in Pittsburgh, and we sat down, had a long chat, and I wanted to try and heal this as naturally as possible. I was taking all the steps, but for my career and my situation, it just wasn't looking positive for me. And I didn't want to have to take a year off work to try and figure out my skin naturally. So we decided on that my body needed a little extra help. So I was put on spironolactone and a birth control strictly for my hormones and for my hormone levels. So I'm not even gonna cut this video, I don't even care. So for my hormone levels. And I was on that for not even a month and instantly noticed a change in my skin. And after that first month that I started noticing that the active acne was going away, I looked into a dermatologist / skin center to help with my skin, because now I had all this redness and scarring left over. And I posted about it, and Pure Skin was recommended to me. So I went out to Pure Skin in Robinson here in Pennsylvania, and I did a consultation with Lexi, and it was the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. So we decided on doing a chemical peel and a microdermabrasion sweep just quickly before the peel. And after my first treatment, I noticed a huge change in my skin. I still had the redness and all that, but I was like, this is the best thing ever. And she also recommended that I stop using Proactive, which I was using, it was terrible, and that I get on a better routine. So she put me on Eminence Organics Clear Skin Probiotic Cleanser, and then their 8 Greens Youth Serum and moisturizer. So I have been on those 3-step system for 2 years now, and I've never changed it. I will not change it. I'll use that till the day I die. It is the best thing for me and my skin. So that is what I use every day on my skin. And I did the chemical peels in the microderm for I think 5 or 6 months straight for every 3 weeks. And then we noticed a huge change in my discoloration in my skin, especially on my cheeks, but I had a couple deep red scars that were still left from the big acne marks. So she recommended that I do microneedling, and that is just a small needle that went into my skin. We only did it on my cheeks, and we did that 3 times, and that instantly got rid of the deep red discoloration scars that I was having. So I followed up with her every week with the chemical peels and the microdermabrasion after that, and it was great. And then right after my wedding, I don't know who I was talking to, but someone recommended laser. And because I had a little mark here on the side of my face that was like a broken blood vessel that kept filling up with blood. So it would get red and then it would go away, then get red. Then I had one under here on my eye. And then I still had 1 or 2 little marks on my cheek that I just personally wasn't happy with. It wasn't bad at all, but I just wanted to try and zap them away. So that's what I did. I went to the medical spa here in Wexford, and I think it's called Blue Medical Spa here in Wexford. And I did 1 round of laser, and she just spot treated 1 laser on the scars and then another one all over, and instantly everything went away. Like no red marks at all on my face. So that was amazing. And then I still do my peels and all my treatments once a week, or not once a week, once a month with Lexi. She actually opened up her own salon and spa over in Bridgeville. And so I go to her. So my 2 recommendations for skin would be Pure Skin and Lexi at Reveal Spa. I'm all over the place here. But this is more natural, so let's keep going with it. But Lexi's my girl, and Pure Skin is amazing. Those are the 2 recommendations, and the medical spa here in Wexford. I can only recommend those because that's the only places I've been to. But this is my skin now. As you can see, I still get 1 or 2 pimples maybe every 6 months, or like a little whitehead or something just from working and having on the makeup, especially traveling. I'll notice a bump here and there, and then it's gone the next day. But that is my story. And to be honest, I haven't struggled with any other symptoms with PCOS. Weight wasn't my issue. So that's why I decided the gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, all those frees things weren't for me. I still try to follow a healthy lifestyle and to use things natural. If you are struggling and you want to go that holistic, natural route, I 100,000% recommend reading the book called Woman Code. This woman healed herself naturally, and that is now her path in life to help heal other women with PCOS naturally. I know I constantly get questions about what are you going to do when you want to get pregnant, and right now that's not on my mind and not on one of my worries. When that time comes, I'm going to worry about it, but me and my gynecologist decided that we'll take those steps when the time is there and we want to try to have a baby. I'm not worried about it. I know multiple women that have PCOS that have beautiful little babies. So once again, when that time comes, that's when I'll worry about that. And there are so many options now with trying to conceive and have a baby. So that is the last of my worries. But yeah, so I don't know where else to go with this, but if you are struggling, I'm here and I'll help you. I might post a TikTok video after this so people can truly see how bad my skin was, because people, even makeup artists, every time I'm like, oh my God, like my skin was so bad, like thank you so much for this compliment or whatever, if they say my skin looks nice or something. And they're like, oh no, you're lying. And then I showed them the picture and they're just like, their mouths drop. Like they're like, oh my God, you're joking. No, I'm not joking. It was terrible, but I'm glad I experienced it and now I know. And I'm not in my later 30s or whenever getting off birth control and then all of this happening. So that's the one plus side of me figuring this out at the age of 21 and not later in my life where I am ready to have children and then I'm just like thrown all of this stuff. So I recommend, if you are having skin troubles, to go get your hormones tested, go to your gynecologist, figure it out. Dermatologists can only do so much, only certain creams and this and that. So if you are struggling, please message me, DM me, watch this. I'll try and help you as best as I can. So stay healthy and just let me know if you need any help.